Hi, my name is Ashish, and in this video we will see deploy an information protection solution with Microsoft Purview. I will just log on to the portal and take it from there. Okay, I am logged on to the portal, which is purview.microsoft.com. Now here you have to deploy an information protection solution. For information protection, the goal is to protect your sensitive data. You should know your data, understand your data landscape, and identify important data across your hybrid environment. Then you have to protect your data which is powered by an intelligent platform. Then you have to prevent data loss, in which you detect risky behavior and prevent accidental oversharing of sensitive information. And then you have to govern your data, that you should automatically retain, delete, and store data and records in a compliant manner, right? So this is what I was talking about. So when it comes to knowing your data, the capability that is available in Microsoft Purview is the sensitive information types. You can customize a built-in sensitive information type, which will help you identify sensitive data by using built-in or custom regular expressions or a function, right? Then you have trainable classifiers, which identify sensitive data by using examples of the data you are interested in rather than identifying elements in the item. Or you have to match a pattern. You can use built-in classifiers or train a classifier with your own content. Okay, then you have data classification, which is a graphical identification of items in your organization that have a sensitivity label or retention label or have been classified. And when it comes to protecting your data, then you will use sensitivity labels, a labeling solution across application services and devices to protect your data as it travels inside and outside your organization. All right. You have Microsoft Purview Information Protection Client for Windows computers, extends labeling to File Explorer and PowerShell. Then you have double key encryption, you have message encryptions, you have service encryption with customer key, SharePoint information right management, which is IRM, or right management connector, information protection scanner, Microsoft Defender for cloud apps, Microsoft Purview data map. And then you will do data loss prevention, or DLP, or prevent data loss with Microsoft Purview data loss prevention, endpoint data loss prevention, Microsoft Purview extension for Chrome, which extends DLP capabilities to the Chrome browser. Then you have Microsoft Purview data loss prevention on-premise repositories. You can protect sensitive information in Microsoft Teams chat and channel messages. Right now, when you talk about deploying this solution, right? So there is a Microsoft Purview information protection framework. So this is the framework that I was discussing. So we'll use Microsoft Purview information protection to help discover, classify, protect, and govern sensitive information wherever it resides, right? So we need to take care of licensing. So Microsoft Purview information protection capabilities are included with Microsoft Purview. The licensing requirements can vary even with capabilities, depending on the configuration options. Right. Then we talk about the classification, or knowing your data. Right. We will describe the categories of the sensitive information we want to protect. We'll discover and classify sensitive data. We'll view the sensitive items. Then we'll discuss how we can protect the data. So we will use the information from knowing where the sensitive data resides to help us more efficiently protect it. However, there's no need to wait. We can start to protect the data immediately with a combination of manual, default, and automatic labeling. And we can use Content Explorer and Activity Explorer to confirm what items are labeled and how the labels are being used. So, step one is to define your sensitivity labels and policies that will protect the organization data. So, if you want to start with the sensitivity labels, I'll cover those sections in the coming videos. In addition to identifying the sensitivity of a content, these labels can apply protection actions such as content markings, which are header, footers, watermarks, or encryption and other access controls, right? Some of the examples of sensitivity labels are personal, public, general, unrestricted, all employees, unrestricted, confidential, highly confidential. And then there are sensitivity label policies. Then you can label and protect data for Microsoft 365 apps and services, because sensitivity labels are protected or supported for Microsoft 365 Word, Excel, PowerPoint, Outlook, Teams meetings, and also containers that include SharePoint. And then you will discover, label and protect sensitive items that resides in data stores in the cloud. And then you will discover, label and protect sensitive items that reside in data stores on premises as well. Then you will extend the sensitivity label to Azure by using Microsoft Purview data map. And then there are additional protection capabilities. So we'll have to learn about DLP, we'll have to plan the DLP implementation, we have to design and create a DLP policy, data loss prevention policy. Then we'll have to sometimes tune the DLP policies. So in here we'll learn about data loss prevention, then we'll have to plan for data loss prevention, design a DLP policy by seeing the reference for DLP policy. Then we'll have to create and deploy data loss prevention policies. And then there are strategies around deployment of the information protection solution. So the credit card number examples are often helpful for initial testing and end user education. Even if your organization does not typically need to protect credit card numbers, the concept of these being sensitive items that need protection is easily understood by all the users. So many websites provides credit card numbers that are suitable for testing purposes only. And we can search for those sites and provide credit card numbers generator so that we can paste the numbers into the documents. So when we are ready to move the automatic labeling and DLP policies into production, change to classifiers and configurations that are suitable for the type of data used by the organization. For example, you might need to use trainable classifiers for intellectual property and specific type of documents or exact data match, which is EDM. Sensitive information type for privacy data that's related to customer or employees. Or you might want to start by discovering and protecting IT related information that is frequently the target of security attacks, right? So deploying an information protection solution is not a linear deployment, but iterative and often circular. The more you know your data, the more accurately you can label it, and the more data leakage you can prevent. And always consider a phased deployment and prefer to deploy information protection by using a phased deployment that implements progressively restrictive controls. Now this approach will gradually introduce new protection measures for users as you gain familiarity and confidence with the technology. So phase 1 would be to configure the sensitivity label configurations like general, all employees, confidential, highly confidential. And then defining DLP policies of finding the instances of credit cards, or how you can block the external sharing, cloud egress, and copy to removable drive except right? And then you can block external sharing, cloud egress, and then you can do phase 2. And then corresponding phase 3, phase 4. By doing the fine tuning into your confidential labels, like first we have confidential all employees, highly confidential all employees. Then you can have confidential trusted people, encryption that lets user assign permissions with encrypt only for Outlook and prompts user in Word. So make these minor changes with every phase that you are defining and making the policies more strict on how you will block the external sharing and copy to removable drive, etc. Right? I will see how we can take a look at the interactive guide for Microsoft Purview information protection that is available on Microsoft.
In this interactive guide, you'll learn how to classify data. You'll see how information protection can help you. In this interactive guide, you'll learn how to classify data using sensitive information types, or SITs, with Microsoft Purview information protection. You'll see how information protection can help you identify sensitive items in your organization with pre-built and custom SITs. To navigate this interactive guide, follow the prompts on the screen or use your forward and back arrows. This is the Microsoft Purview Compliance Portal, where we're logged in as a compliance administrator. To get started, expand data classification.
Alright, so this was the basics to start with information protection. We'll see in the coming videos how we can classify data using sensitive information types and create labels and label policies, auto labeling policies, and monitor the use of sensitive information in the organization using the new Purview portal. So if you have any query, please mention them in the comment section. I will see you guys in the next video. Stay tuned. Have a good day.